Hey, it's me. Welcome to Trump Mafia. Now, the first thing I'm going to have to say is that when Alex Jones was talking about the CIA using televisions to listen in on your conversations, the usual libs were like, what is he talking about? He's a crazy man. Well, it turns out he was right. And many people were saying this, not just TVs, but also your smartphones and your PCs, the webcams, everything. Now, it turns out from this Wikileaks publishing of these documents that were sent to Wikileaks, the CIA has a massive worldwide program to turn all the smartphones into listening devices, recording devices, if you will. But even TVs, and Samsung TVs are specifically mentioned, and also that the CIA was working with MI5, which is Great Britain's version of the CIA, to develop these techniques together. We're talking about massive hacking also of computers. We're talking about sidestepping all kinds of encryptions of WhatsApp and all the other software that we all use, and social media. Turns out the CIA had written so many codes to bypass everything. They were using more codes than even Facebook is using for its, I don't know how many billions of users or whatnot. But what is the lesson here is that nothing you say is necessarily private, right? Unless you're somewhere in the wilderness talking to a tree. And even then you never know, right? Maybe there's some satellite equipment or whatnot that can detect your conversation from the sky, right? And so we're living in a world that is quickly moving to, that Skynet is aware type situation. It's out of control. Now, it's not just the CIA. The Chinese government has been doing this, and installing all these Trojans in smartphones, even phones that are produced there, that are not Chinese brands like iPhone or, even the Taiwan phones. And really, if you have an iPhone, if you have a Samsung TV, you're in the biggest danger. That Big Brother, 1984, and for the last 8 years, Barack Hussein Obama has been listening to your conversations. Now we come to the wiretapping of Donald Trump and also celebrities and media people by Barack Hussein Obama. Now, of course, he wiretapped Donald Trump, and it's revealed that he also wiretapped foreign leaders, even allies, even people that liked Obama. So we're talking about Obama really kicking on this invasion of privacy. So he may have files on many people, even Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, and you start to wonder why these two caved in to Barack Obama so many times in the last many years. You have to wonder also why John McCain and Lindsey Graham are becoming bag boys for George Soros and working for liberals. You have to wonder why some of these people are so never Trump that they become un-American. And I'm talking about Republicans. But also you see Democrats acting in a strange way. You see anchors at CNN behaving like they just came off a bender or they were just waterboarded or something. They look haggard. They look scared. And it's unnatural. And some of these people, I swear, I believe that they're not just spouting all this stuff. They're forced to in some way. And it's my gut feeling. Now, essentially, you can say that for the last 8 years, Barack Hussein Obama and John Brennan and James Clapper, which is the CIA with its massive program, and the NSA with its massive program, listening in on your conversations. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump, Kanye West, Beyonce, just anyone that Barack Obama wanted to know something about, he got it. Now, I called him a wiretap pervert a couple of videos ago, and what I mean by that, it's a gratification, right? If you have the power to listen in on anyone. You know, you have people like Barack Hussein Obama, he doesn't have integrity or honesty. He's not a decent human being. He will kick on it. He will be gratified by it. He won't have any responsibility to not do it. And it's bigger than him. The CIA and NSA will survive the very foolish puppet, Barack Hussein Obama. But make no mistake, Barack Hussein Obama did not just wiretap Donald Trump. He listened in on the Trump family, Ivanka Trump. God knows he was even watching Ivanka on the webcam and looking at her WhatsApp or whatever she's using. So we're talking about the CIA being completely out of control. I mean, seriously, completely out of control. There's no oversight possible by Congress. It's impossible. So when I saw John Brennan disrespect President-elect Trump a couple of months back, I thought, why does he believe that he has this power to talk like that? Because yes, these people know a lot. And we're talking about private conversations, habits, pictures taken, blackmail material. And the NSA, James Clapper, the same kind of arrogance. So we're talking about people like John Brennan, James Clapper, Barack Hussein Obama, with a very ugly personality and no character, gratified by their ability to snoop in on people's private lives. And in the case of Donald Trump, you have these people trying to gain information from a political campaign. Now, I'm going to say something that I haven't said before, at least not directly, but you have to understand that Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary, they thought, yeah, Hillary was going to be president, for sure. They had no doubt. Now, Obama still insisted to get a wiretap in October, just weeks before the election. So, even if there was something there, it would not be in time to affect the election. The information will finally come out in the media after the election. So, if they were so sure that Hillary would win, why still insist on a wiretap just a few weeks before the election? Now, of course, they did not think President Trump would win, and they were not taking a precaution or whatnot. I truly believe, and you may disagree, but I truly believe that Barack Hussein Obama hates President Trump so much because he dared to go after the certificate of birth, but also all the quips about that Barack Hussein Obama is incompetent and whatnot. Barack Obama is a very evil person, and he carries a grudge. I mean, he really hates people, and he takes his silent revenge, like a coward behind the scenes, right? So my theory is that he still wanted to get the wiretap and try to get some issue about Russian connections so that when Hillary becomes president, Obama can have her go after Trump and destroy Trump and his organization and try to put him in jail or have a prosecution against Donald Trump, the businessman, using the Russian connections or whatever they got from the wiretaps. So it wasn't that the wiretap would help Hillary to win. It was that Barack Hussein Obama was using his last weeks in office to accumulate information about Donald Trump to later destroy him. And that's what I think really happened. Now, of course, just like with Watergate, you have many important people that are implicated in this whole conspiracy. And the top players will be Obama, Loretta Lynch, John Brennan, James Clapper, and I will not include James Comey because he falls in the DOJ, right? Loretta Lynch controls the show there. And you have a lot of minions that had to do stuff maybe they didn't really want to do, right? And I will never forget James Comey reopened the Hillary investigation, which a couple of weeks out from the election was fantastic. I remember that moment. So, that's in the Comey Plus column. But I told you, the big fish. Then you have a lot of minions in the NSA, the CIA, somewhere in the FBI, I'm sure, and a lot of minions in the DOJ. We're talking about massive corruption. This makes Nixon look like an angel because all of this is much worse than Watergate. And if you add all this worldwide hacking and spying on people, even by the CIA, you thought it was just the NSA. Now it's also the CIA. We're talking about massive, massive programs. If you add that, then you're really looking at something that makes Watergate look like, littering or jaywalking or something. And yeah, we can call Barack Obama the Black Nixon, but it's much, much worse. And isn't it a coincidence, maybe, that the most corrupt president in the history of the United States was Barack Hussein Obama, and turns out he's also not American. He wasn't even born in the USA.
Say, all right.